I ngā mana i ngā reo e rauranga tira mā tēnā koutou katoa nau mai whakatau mai rā ki tēnei whakapāhotanga. The ARL Fox Memorial Premiership, Howick Hornets taking on the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. This is round 8 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership here at Stanmore Bay, the home of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. It's a very special day for this proud club of Te Raki Pai Whenua and Whangaparoa. This is their 40th year jubilee, taking on the Sting of the East, the Howick Hornets, who have also celebrated their jubilee, 60 years old. Joining me in commentary is Ray Brunston. Tēnā koe, Wade.
Tēnā koe, Lewin. How good is it to be working alongside the legend of Bay all day, the son of the legend, Dale husband. Awesome to have you along, Lewin.
Tēnā koe, Wade. Hey guys, we're looking forward to bringing you coverage. Big ups to the ARL and obviously the Stream Shop for providing these pictures and showcasing football in this neck of the woods. Just to paint a bit of a picture here, Mark, with the Fox amalgamating with the Phelan Shield, the Shaman Cup this year, we're seeing clubs taking on other clubs that have put a footprint in this competition over many years. 2002 was the last time the Hibiscus Coast Raiders took out the Fox Memorial Premiership. Let's see if they show up and represent their club and their community with pride. We'll throw some team lists very shortly here, and we'll be hearing from both captains coming up. This is the Howick Hornets lining up today. Please keep an eye out, obviously, for Jethro Friend. He is captaining the squad. In the halves, we've got Jerome Mika and Telovai. We will be listening to Wade speaking with the coach, Ruka Rosa. After these team lists, we'll be checking out the coaches' interviews. Here's the Hibiscus Coast Raiders lining up here. We've got Craig in the fullback. Halves, we've got Joseph and Brodston. Two props, Ian Mills and Ian Jones. At lock, Mr. Waterworth, and coached by Jeremiah Pai, who has been a huge figure in North Shore Māori Rugby League in general. We'll be hearing from our coach, head coach of the Howick Hornets, Ruka Rosa.
Kia ora here with Howick Hornet coach Ruka Rosa. Ruka, last time I saw you, so you beat Mount Albert in the first round. How's the season going?
Yeah, good. It's been a challenge. I think every week's been a challenge for us, just trying to get everyone available. It's been a tough ride over the last 5 weeks, but happy with the results that we've had so far and looking forward to today.
Hibiscus Coast can be one of those dangerous teams. How are you looking to attack them today?
I think just about sticking to what we've been doing over the last 5 weeks, and that's just keeping to our sets, nice and simple, finding points, and then obviously being competitive throughout the whole game, bro.
Thanks, Ruka. Go well.
And we'll also be hearing from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders coach, Jeremiah Pai. We'll throw to him now.
Kia ora, just here with Jeremiah Pai, former Warrior, former Point Chef, now head coach of Hibiscus Coast. Wax, how's the season going?
Not too good at the moment, bro, but we're hanging in there, so we're doing all right. Passion-wise is up there, heart, we've got a lot of that, so we're doing all right, bro.
Big day for the club today?
Yes, massive day, honestly, it's probably their 40th anniversary on this day, I think it is, so massive day for the club, and hopefully we get heaps of supporters down here for, not only for the Raiders, but for Howick also, so massive day.
Thanks, Wax, all the best.
All good, cheers, mate.
The man himself, Jeremiah Pai, also known as Wax, not for the wax in his ears, but his sleek footwork. We're underway here. Howick Hornets are kicking off. Hibiscus Coast are running from camera right to left. And an early shift. That shows a bit of creativity. Nice break to start things off. It's really important that the Hibiscus Coast Raiders start really well and get to their kicks, isn't it, Wade, to make sure that they put some pressure on a strong Howick Hornets team.
Yeah, just for their confidence levels, I think Hibiscus really need to start well and finish their sets really well, just to stay in this game. As we saw in the earlier game, the reserves really put the sword to Hibiscus Coast Raiders, so just for their confidence, I like to see them start fast and start well.
And just a bit of an update on the result of that reserves game. It was in 3 digits. I won't go into specifics. And the other team got a donut, which everyone loves. So let's hope that's not the case this afternoon in round 8 of the SAS Fox Memorial. This has been a good start to the game for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. They're putting up and under. Midfield bomb here, taken strongly by the winger of the Howick Hornets. Hearing the whistle blow, possibly a late tackle there, Wade.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on there, but yeah, it must be a late tackle on the kicker, Boston Joseph. Awesome to note he was part of the Auckland 18 squad early this year, so good to see the young fella coming through. He had the best haircut in that competition, he has the best haircut today too.
Strong hit up by Isaac Jones with an offload to Samuel Waterworth out of dummy half. Another power settle with another offload. Great stuff by the home team here, celebrating their 40th Jubilee. 15 metres out. Waterworth into dummy half. They go on the right side there to their back rower, Joshua Hale. Hale is stopped, 10 metres out. The open side they go. Here come the Hibiscus Coast Raiders with a short ball, and they're in. That's number 8, Ian Mills. Ka Mau Te Wehi. What a start for the home team, the Hibiscus Coast Raiders.
Yeah, great start from Hibiscus Coast. They got a piggyback out of out of their half, and they score off their first set. There was great shape running to the line, and they found a door that was open by Howick. So look at that there, straight through and over the top of the fullback.
It's a common play. It's really a good card to have in the back kick, the look out the back door and pass the short ball, which was beautifully displayed there by the home team. I'm really very impressed how they've started. There's a lot on the line. The mana of the jersey, their birthday, the club, everyone's been out here. All the games have been here this afternoon, and they've started really well. Their coach will be very pleased.
Yeah, I spoke to Coach Wax before this game, and he was just telling me about the struggles they have of small community, not very many numbers, struggle to keep them afloat once they start losing a few games, but they started this game that I would want them to start, and they've come out strong against a very, very good Howick team.
Well, on the other hand, I think it's really important that Howick Hornets bounce back here. They are sitting second in this section of the SAS Fox Memorial behind the Point Chevalier Pirates, who are on 14. Howick are on 12. Now, at home at Paparoa Park next week, the Howick Hornets are taking on the Point Chevalier Pirates as the final game of this preliminary round. The following week, they break off into their finals format. Can you explain a little bit about what that is going to look like?
Yeah, so at the moment, the teams are in 2 sections. The top 6 of each section will proceed on to what they call the Fox Premiership, and the others will drop down as he misses that kick there. So what will happen is 1 and 2 of each section have a bye, and 3 will play 6 and 4 will play 5. They're knockout semis, and then 1 and 2 wait to see who they play out of those games, and they sort of have like a conference final, and then the winners of the conference final come together for the Fox Premiership final.
Kia ora. I hope someone got that, because I'm a little bit confused, but we'll just play it by ear. Here we go again, the Hibiscus Coast back on attack. Strong defence there from the Howick Hornets. It's very important. After you score a try, the most important thing, even more important than scoring the try, is to complete the set. Here we are in the 20. Coming back in the open side, a 2-pass there. Waterworth's been busy at the start of the game, 4 minutes in. Mawai Tautau. Very good break there. They've got a bit of a roll on with no markers. Here comes the fullback. Sleek on his feet. This is Corey Craig here. Tackled strongly there by the Howick Hornets, Raz Tui Vailopa. Great kick from the half there. The Hibiscus Raiders unfortunately found the fullback there for the Howick Hornets on the full.
Yeah, good work from Clayton Waikato. Usually plays halfback for this team. Finds himself at fullback today. As Howick work their way out of here with Tui Vailopa.
It's important that they respond really well. Here's Jethro Friend. Watch out for him for dummy half. Ruben Tolovai with an offload back on the inside. Jethro Friend. Tackled 40 metres out. Jethro Friend to the open side. Here's Jerome Mika. Jerome Mika goes to the ground from a good tackle from Joshua Hale. Friend. Big up and under. Putting a bit of pressure on the back 3. Looks like it's play on here. We play to the whistle. Here's number 5, the winger for the Howick Hornets. This is Patrick Tuilumu. But we've got a flag up from the touchy. Great sideline defence there, Wade, showing them the corner and taking them across the line.
Yeah, Hibiscus Coast are really showing the energy you need at the start of this game to keep Howick out, and I think the more they can put Howick under pressure, the more mistakes they'll make. And foot race to the corner.
It's going to be a bit of a match-up to keep an eye on these two wingers on the right edge here for Howick. Showed some good leg speed. He claimed the try.
He claimed
as they all do.
But the touchy said otherwise.
Not too sure how it's Howick's feed. However, it is what it is. Here's number 4, Anthony Fuamaono. He's been in the traps for a while. He's a very difficult man to stop. Number 11 here, Brandon Lee, taking a settle towards the posts, I assume is the next plan of attack. 14. Here's Ruben Tolavai. Passes the ball off to one of his wingers. The same guy who we thought went out has been put into touch from a good tackle from the captain of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, Kavana Te Kiri Ryan.
Yeah, it's a great start from Hibiscus Coast with their defence. As Howick went to their block plays through Clayton Waikato. And unfortunately here, Tuiluma drops the ball in the corner or gets tackled out in the corner here. And I'm loving the energy of Hibiscus Coast at the moment. So get a penalty.
They're really helpful, these piggybacks, aren't they? Out of your red zone.
They sure are, especially when you're a bottom of the table team. You've been struggling for momentum, and you're up against the top of the table. All these little things help you, and they're going to make this game really, really tough for Howick Hornets today.
Been impressed with the good start from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, but it's really important to stay in the grind. Some patches of the game obviously will swing both ways, but it's really important to hold on strong to their systems and processes. They've made a good imprint into the start of the game. Here we go for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Once again, centre field. Just broken into the Howick Hornets half. That's Kavana Te Kiri Ryan. Short ball here once again to Waterworth. He's been difficult to stop, Waterworth. Tackle 2, 30 metres out.
Nui Levy just drops that clean.
Hey, conditions down here aren't the best. However, it's not raining. It's very overcast. It would have been some rain earlier on, but at this form of the game, at this level of the game, those sorts of catches you're expected to take, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's a technique thing there. As you see, he's coming straight in on the ball and he has a quick look. As a kid, you're taught to turn side on and take those. And yeah, sometimes when you get to the top, you forget about the little things that get you there.
Yeah, and the reason for turning weight is so if you do knock it, it's backwards, right?
That's a chance of going backwards, and you can still have a chance of keeping the ball and not knocking it on. When you catch front on like that, there's a good chance you're going to knock it into the player and they can carry on.
Very impressed with the pressure put on the kick from Nuku Tawhiti Davison. This is Corey Craig, centre field, 10 metres out. Hibiscus Coast Raiders ready to put in another huge effort to go over the line. Number 9 here is choosing to go short side. Here's Kavana Te Kiri Ryan. Stacks on the short side. You can see the line from here for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Whānau and friends calling them in. Reece Brogden hands it off to Joshua Hale. Tackled strongly there from the Howick Hornets. Centre field, there go. Isaac Jones settles it up. 5 metres out. Here come the Hibiscus Coast Raiders once again attacking the Howick Hornets line with a face ball. Te Kiri Ryan is tackled strongly. Good defence by the Howick Hornets. And that was the last. We've got a handover here. Wasn't the greatest outcome of that set, Wade?
Yeah, I think Coach Wax will be a little bit disappointed. You can see him there throwing his hand up in the air. I could hear him calling Hunt, so I'm expecting the markers to really chase out hard here and put the pressure on Howick.
Yeah, try and force the error to get the ball back in their hands. Here comes the backs for the Howick Hornets.
Nui Levy's doing really well there.
Yep, they come in when they're stuck in their own halves to relieve some of the pressure. And another mistake from the Howick Hornets. This is very uncommon for such a team with high calibre.
Especially from a player like Brandon Lee and his calibre. He's a really good player, Brandon Lee. However, I did see him take a knock to the head near the start of the game, so I'm just wondering, maybe a knock to the head is making him forget key skills. But the man with the sexiest size and rugby league, Brandon Lee, just dropped the ball there.
Just to let you know also, the Howick team are spoiled with depth. Their reserve grade won convincingly, and actually 3 of the players from the reserves team have come up to fill in once again for their top side, having rested a few of their star players in preparation for Point Chev's game next week. However, me mihi ka tika ki tēnei kapa o te raki pai whenua. Hibiscus Coast Raiders have really started the game strongly. Let's hope they keep it up. Tackle and an offload. Reece Brodston passes it on to his centre. That's tying Te Kiri Ryan. Waterworth. Hasn't he been impressive, Wade?
He has. I love the work of this young man.
Tackle 4 here. Another short ball. Ran into a brick wall. Final here. Here comes another up and under. Matty Bruton spiral bomb, putting pressure on the fullback, and there we go again. Another error by the Howick Hornets.
Yeah, that's a great kick. I'll be doing that a lot today. Clayton Waikato usually plays in the half, so he's not a regular fullback. Put him under pressure, see what he can do. I'd be keep going to that kick.
You see it day in, day out, week in, week out by some of the stars of the NRL. That's Cherry Evans, that Matty Burden, that's Cameron Munster. They just put up these almost reversed spiral bombs that have a mind of their own and are such a nightmare and a headache for fullbacks.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to be underneath it, that's for sure.
Short side, there goes. Scrum play. The Hibiscus Coast Raiders showing a bit of flair early into this tackle set, 5 metres out. It's really important the Howick defenders work hard here and work for each other. Keeping an eye on our dangerous hookers who tend to play mind games with the defence. Tackled strongly. Great shot.
Hurricane Roberts.
Joshua Hale on his back. Brodston offloads to Waterworth. Tackled centre ground. 10 metres out from the post. Comes the Howick the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, once again. Te Kiri Ryan with a tip on. Quite expansive footy for a team that's normally in the Phelan Shield, who's coming up mixing it with some of the heavy hitters, the juggernauts of the Fox Memorial.
They're showing some really good shape there, Hibiscus. They probably need a lead runner to run a bit of a hard line for them. I think if they can get the lead runners running right, they're going to create some space out the back. Just like their first try, where the lead runner ran really hard and they created the space. I think they need to go back to that.
Yeah, running a bit sideways at the moment, aren't they, Wade?
Yeah, they sure are.
Cool shot there. Big ups to the Stream Shop and the ARL for providing coverage of such a proud fixture here in Stanmore Bay Reserve in Whangaparoa, Te Raki Pai Whenua. Howick Hornets with a bit of a roll on now. Jethro Friend feeding it off to one of his big front rows who tucks it under and keeps pumping his legs.
Tahi Bagley out of Canterbury, good player.
Another short ball here from Jethro Friend. He's got it on a string. Taylor Powder. At last, Howick Hornets got a bit of go for it and a bit of possession. Raz, Tuiva, Lopa. Is Jordan Friend stacking the short side? With another forced error. Antti Fuimano wouldn't be happy with the result, the ending result of that set.
Yeah, I don't think Coach Rukaloza will be happy either. It's probably the third time they come down their right side and they haven't executed. And a bit of a flick pass there. They should get the ball back here.
Yeah, they look a little bit out of sorts, don't they, the Howick Hornets? I think the bye last week may have sort of hindered that. That is why that we aren't seeing such a free-flowing style of play for the Howick Hornets. However, they've got a chance to respond to the early try from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders.
Yeah, And Jonah Toe getting very close there.
Death row friend, little backdoor play to Tahi Bagley.
Usually that play's going to Tony Tuia.
Tony Tui is here in his red bands today.
Yeah. Trying to play off that he's not fit today, but I know he's saving himself for the big game against Point Chev next week.
For sure. Oh, well, a full set of 6. Howick have 10 metres out from the home team's line. Brandon Lee. Simple settle in the posts, so Jethro Friend has an opportunity to go left, go right, he chooses right. Pass it on to Ruben Tolovai, his half, who chooses to throw it back. Taylor Powder. Here, taken down. It's been some gutsy defence so far from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Big face ball, skip pass. To the winger. Turned on back inside to Anthony Fuimano.
Yeah, it ends up being quite easy, wasn't it?
Well, you usually see classier face balls than that. It was a bit of a harbour bridge pass that sort of landed in the hands of no one. However, showed really good skills, Patrick Tuilumu, to be able to scoop it up and then feed the ball back on the inside to his centre partner, Anthony Fuimano. Howick Hornets have replied to an early try by the Hibiscus Coast Raiders and go in. It's 4 points locked up.
Yeah, the attacking shape's looking pretty clunky, if I'm being honest. I think you can tell they've had a bye and new players in different positions. Connections just aren't there. However, they still score. There was some weak defence, if I'm honest, on the sideline there. That should have been a tackle that should have been made. Even should have taken them out. However, Howick Hornets bring the score back to 4-4.
It's an awesome time to be a sports supporter in these recent weeks. Obviously, with our Kiwis doing well up against Tonga. The Warriors homecoming as well this weekend, which will be exciting. You were at the college football, Wade. Tell us about those games there and how rich our pathways or how rich our opportunities are and our talent for some of our kids coming out of our school systems.
Yeah, I think the school space is in a really good shape at the moment. It was a great final in the Premier game between De La Salle and St. Paul's College. St. Paul's College took that final out. They also took out the Senior B final, and Westlake Boys won the under-15s, and Auckland Girls Grammar won the girls' grade. But speaking of that, there's a pathways game on before the Warriors tomorrow, with the Warriors under-19s taking on the West Tigers under-17s, I believe. A few of those boys have come back from Australia, players like Ali Leotawa, Pepito Panther, that's based with the Warriors, and Jacob Laban. They've come back and they've joined forces with a few of the local players, and they're going to have a game against West Tigers, and West Tigers have a local player from St. Paul's in their team, so it's going to be really interesting to see at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Awesome. Now, we've seen that the Howick Hornets have replied to the initial try from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. The score is 6 points to 4. Just gone halfway through the first half. Here comes another piggyback for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. It's going to really help them getting out of their half.
Yeah, a couple of coach killers there. They get a penalty from the kickoff. They don't find touch. Then they give away a penalty. Rukaloza just had his birthday the other day. I think his hair will be going more grey than it is brown at the moment. If that's not the birthday present, he'll be wanting from his team.
He'll be getting a bit of salt and pepper through it too as well, Wade, I might add. Lucky we got no piece to cams today.
Nothing wrong with a bit of salt and pepper.
Yeah. Come the Hibiscus Coast Raiders once again on attack. They've really shown up today for their club. Once again celebrating their 40th year jubilee. Taking on one of the heavy hitters, one of the juggernauts in this Fox Memorial Premiership. The last team to take out the Fox Memorial in 2019, the Howick Hornets, prior to the disruptions of COVID. However, let's call the footy in front of us. Reece Brodston chose to hand the ball off to Isaac Jones to put it on his toe. I don't think I'd like to see a replay of that. It's a hit and miss. Comes Howick Hornets. Wingers in to help out. It's Alan New Level. Ruhi Tuivailopa, Ras Tuivailopa, excuse me, apologies, is on the field. To the short side they go. Howick Hornets, centre field halfway. Mid-set. I'll be concerned when Trent Bishop comes on the field. That's when the roll-on would start for the Howick Hornets. Good contact made there from Ian Mills.
He's lost that. He's lost that.
Jethro Friend. To midfield they go. Footwork there from Samuel, Tahi Bagley. Comes another one of those spiral up and unders that no fullback wants to take. Done really well, Corey Craig. Hopefully his wingers come in here and give him a hand. Chose to offload in front of his posts. Ref already called Howard. Did well to take that spiral bomb, Wade. Did Corey Craig?
He did really well, and he's done better than Howick so far at the back three with him. So nice little juggle and regather and offload, but it wasn't play on.
Here's Devon Trinell Harris, who's chose to do a bit of a scoot out of dummy half and put his socks up to relieve some of the hard yards from his forwards. Hibiscus Coast on the attack. This is Ian Mills. Settle one out off the ruck. Sideline calling for a high shot. Reece Bodgston trying to get his team out of their own half. Found a bounce, split the winger and the fullback. New Levels, dangerous on the sideline. A bit of an in and away. Shows a huge amount of upper body strength. Takes on one, takes on two. Great return from the left wing of the Howick Hornets.
Now from Coach Jeremiah Pye, I'll be getting a message out. Do not kick to Alan Nui level. He will carve you up.
Oh, well, you'd probably be understanding that too. You'd try and choose the other winger next time. To the right side they go. Strong run from the Howick Hornets. Raz Tuivailopa. Left side they go. Half, showing the ball and giving it. Bit of a tip on there from Clayton Waikato. Knock on both ways possibly. Not too sure what Dave Miller's saying here. Yep, knock on both ways, but by the looks of it, it was a knock on.
He's giving the ball to Howick. So he's going to say strip and knock on.
Oh, showing great resilience, this Hibiscus Coast D-line. Just a reminder of the pedigree of the Howick Hornets. They're sitting second in this section of the SAS Fox Memorial, one below Point Chev. And it's awesome to give you coverage of the SAS Fox Memorial. Howick Hornets back on the inside. Here's 13. Bagley. Penalty. Which isn't an ideal result. Call from the sideline to take the two to lock things up, but I think Jethro Friend's a lot smarter than that. Tolovai turns it back on the inside to TB. Trent Bishop. He's a familiar face. Bagley shows some great footwork there, hidden spin. Nearly went all the way. Out up there from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Friend. Show and go from 14.
Drone Mika.
Waikato with a sneaky out of dummy half. Saw some of the markers snoozing a bit. Showed great strength to stay low. Clayton Waikato. Howick Hornets on the board here. 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, Clayton Waikato, a man that's come up from Canterbury last year. Try and make a name for himself up here in the Auckland Rugby League scene. And it's just great determination. He just put his head down, really went for the line and reached out and scored. There'll be no more anyone happier than his coach and his boss, Rokaloza. He'll be stoked. They'll be having a meat pie on Monday Smoko, and Rook will be telling him, hey son, well done.
Son will say it was about 10 metres out, pups.
He'll be like, Dad, how did you like that, Dad?
Oh, mihi ana ki te whānau rā. How nice is it to be playing under the mākitanga or the guidance of your old man? I'd like to thank my old man for this opportunity to call some SAS Fox Memorial as well.
The legend of Bay Roskell, the king of Bay, their husband.
Bay all day, he says.
Loved his call last week with the Kiwi Ferns.
Yep, I was there at the game. There was a sea of red flags, a very passionate supporters, our Tongan whānau. Mum and Dad live in Otahuhu, which is the capital of Tonga, when they're playing over here. They're still celebrating to this day. Today I drove down the main street and I was like, hey, you guys don't even have a game this week, but they're out there waving their flags.
Isn't it renamed Nuku o Uruhu?
Something like that. Let's bring it back to the north side here. Hibiscus Coast Raiders with a kick. Not as deep as you'd expect. Hard luck there from the captain, Kavana Te Kitty Ryan. Good option though.
Yeah, that's a great option. It's probably something Hal won't be ready for.
Certainly got a lot of heights and yeah, they got to be mindful of that option in the second half. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think one thing they need to be mindful of is their coach. You know, Wax was very well known for doing stuff like that, and if anyone's going to pull a rabbit out of the hat, it will be him.
100%. It's very special that Jeremiah Pai returns to this neck of the woods and shares his nous, his mātauranga about the game of rugby league.
Yeah, it's amazing. He actually lives local, so it's awesome he's come back.
Trent Bishop here onto the field, making the huge imprint. Getting a roll on, as I said earlier, for the Howick Hornets. Simple run off the ruck plays at the moment for the Howick Hornets. Here are the whistle. Knock on here, called by David Miller, the referee of round 8's Fox Memorial competition.
Do we need to give a card?
Good to see the bushwhacker back out on the field, Trent Bishop. I used to teach him at New Zealand Institute of Sport, and we named two boys the bushwhackers. One was Trent Bishop, the other one's James Taylor.
How long ago?
He comes in different shapes and sizes each year. Trent Bishop, he's either playing hooker, he's playing lock, or he's playing in the halves. Today he's playing in prop.
A man that can play any position.
100%. Second the short side once again. Here come the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Reece Brogden offloads it off to Tain to Kitty Ryan. Isaac Jones here. Tackled. Centre ground, 10 metres out. Hibiscus Coast Raiders really needs to complete a set here. Captain's leading by example from the front here for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Scoots out a dummy half, markers not square. Here's Corey Craig with the offload. Pushed on to Brogden. Brogden off to Liava'a. This is Timote Moala Liava'a onto the field. Good change by Jeremiah Pai, bringing some fresh legs on with some intimidating size. Waterworth hasn't been so confronting at these latter stages of the first half. To centre ground they go. Here comes Corey Craig on the left foot. Back to one is the appeal. Here comes the 9 for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Mavai Til Tau. Good, very good set from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Probably one of their best sets on this back end of the first half.
Yeah, very threatening when they're on the front foot as Hibiscus. Just unfortunate there. Referee David Miller didn't give them a repeat set. I thought they was played at by Howick, so they're very unlucky.
Yeah, Corey Craig wish he got a better kick away to finish off that set. Here comes Trent Bishop, busting the line. Down and up. Great run from Trent Bishop. New level. Another strong carry. Being very impressed with him in this first half. New level. Howick Hornets.
You gotta go
the
low,
here from Tahi Bagley. Geez, I think these Lucies love playing the centre of the field. Here comes Waikato with a little bit of an in and away. Strong tackle by Corey Craig around the bootlaces. Jethro Friend, watch out for him. He'll go all the way. Offload, turns it back on side to 14.
Mika.
Joshua Mika. We can hear the hooray, the hoorah from the home crowd, indicating that that was either held up or lost over the line.
Yeah, unfortunately there, Jerome Mika looks like he's knocked on, and it's resulted in a 7-tackle set.
I think Jeremiah Pye will be very happy with the efforts of his lads up against the very challenging team in the Howick Hornets. On the other hand, how would Ruka Losa feel for his boys' commitment to the first half?
Yeah, I think he'd be a little bit disappointed. They've been very clunky in this half. Probably looking to get to half time so they can sort their connections out for the second half.
Here comes Moala Liava'a. Timote Moala Liava'a. Tackled centre ground. Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Waterworth. Strong tackle here from Jethro Friend. Here's Corey Craig with his nice Matty Burton left boot, causing danger for the Howick Hornets, taken strongly from Patrick Tuilimu.
I thought he just lost that in the contact.
I'm not too sure who's the referee out there, if it's David Miller or if it's the players on the field themselves.
Yeah, I thought when Tuiluma came down and went into contact, he actually dropped that ball. So I think the touchy might have caught that.
Let's give you a reminder of the score, ladies and gentlemen. It's 8 points to 4, awaiting the Howick Hornets in front. However, we've been really impressed, Wade and I, in the efforts of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, who have been significantly handed to in the bulk of the rounds of the SAS Fox Memorial this year.
Yeah, they stood up on a big day for the club. 40 years they've been around. I was asking Wax about it before the game. He goes, I don't even know what 40 years means. And the assistant coach said, it means 40 years to the day that they entered the competition.
Well, he's showing his age, Wax. I'm not too sure if he's over 40. Would he be?
I'm sure he's 41.
Here comes the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Hot on the trot once again. Big don't argue from Joshua Hale. The forwards have done such a good job for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, giving their backs a chance to run freely. I've been really impressed with Joshua Hale, Samuel Waterworth, Kavana Tikiti Ryan and Ian Mills. And this man here, Corey Craig, who loves getting his hands on the ball. Here's Daniela Liava'a, the replacement hooker. Didn't get to his feet and didn't play the ball correctly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Just trying to go a bit too fast there was Daniela Liava'a, who's part of the 3 Liava'a brothers from Papakura. Ceyloni, who's also played for Howick and Papakura and won Fox Memorials with them. He's at home today with a sick father, so shout out to you guys and thinking of you. But the Liava'as, they come all the way from Papakura, all the way here to Hibiscus Coast and Stanmore Bay.
Wow.
To train and play for this team.
Hey, that shows a lot of commitment and effort, doesn't it? My brother-in-law's a Liava'a as well, so I wonder if they're from the similar village in Ha'apai or Golovai in Tonga. Big mihi to our Pacifica brothers that are out here playing the game that we love, the game that is played in heaven, that's rugby league. Jethro Friend, he's been busy. Tahi Bagley. Trent Bishop once again with size, holding the ball in 2 hands, keeping his defenders guessing.
Jesse, get up!
Friend choosing to go to the short side, stacks on. Joe Natal. What's the call here? Trying to fight with the markers?
I think Jeffro Friend might have knocked on as he picked that one up. I think Jerome Mika went to play the ball and he stepped backwards and it made Jeffro lose the ball as he picked it up. So it's going to be a scrum to Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Once again it breaks down for Howick. Clunky again. Forwards are laying a very good platform, but the backs aren't finishing it off at the moment.
Well, 5 minutes to go for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders and the Howick Hornets in round 8 of the SAS Fox Memorial. Big mihi to the Crown, lift trucks, ARL, Farrelly Photos, and those that support this competition. Jeremiah will be loving it if his boys can get over just before half time.
I think this crowd would love it too. There's a big crowd here watching this game. Be good for Hibiscus Coast if they can get their crowd in behind them.
There's Moala Liava'a, one of the boys who missions it all the way over the shore to support this proud community of Hibiscus Coast. It's Daniela Liava'a, Corey Craig at dummy half. Pass the ball off to Kavana Tikiri Ryan.
Hey!
Waterworth shows and goes. It's been a standout for me this first half.
He's been massive.
Samuel Waterworth. Another stab sort of a kick. Back to the man that they shouldn't kick it to. Alan New Level. Very important for Hibiscus Coast to keep the Howick Hornets at bay. They say that the team that scores first just before half-time tends to go on at the final hooter. Here's Anthony Fumuaono down the right-hand side. Shows good strength and speed where it passes it off to his winger, Patrick Tuilumu. Tuilumu shows some space, slips on a banana, and loses the footy. Jeez, he's had a handful this afternoon, hasn't he, Patrick Tuilumu?
Yeah, unfortunately, he did all the good work, went to step inside. Doesn't have the steel sprigs and slips over.
Wait until after the penalty.
Anthony Fumuaono, little man on big man, turns him inside out.
Look at that defence though, 4 of them in the picture there.
Corey Craig coming across with some scramble defence.
Hibiscus are just really showing the energy they need to win this game. Most teams will give up on that. They have 4 there chasing him down.
What would the bookies have been paying prior to this game? With the Howick Hornets up against the Hibiscus Coast Raiders.
At least 100 to 1.
Well, it was 106 to almost 106 to 0 in the reserve game just before. Certainly not this case this afternoon with the 2 top teams taking on one another.
Yeah, Hibiscus get another piggyback out of their half.
They'll be loving that. Penalty count's probably 6-1 or 6-2 to the home crowd, hometown.
How long, Seth?
Coach Rokoloza will be fully grey after this. He'll be disappointed in the Howick attitude.
Just over 2.5 minutes to play here at Stanmore Bay Reserve in Whangaparoa. Round 8 once again of the SAS Fox Memorial. Streamed on the ARL platforms and all social medias. Hibiscus Coast wanting to get some more points on the board just before the first half sums up. Bit of one-out stuff in the initial stages of the set. Getting some territory. Here's Waterworth once again. So throws it out the back door to Boston Josephs. It's been quite quiet, the standoff here for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Reece Brodgston's taken most of the kicking duties. Here's captain Kavana Tikiri Ryan. Nice quick pay the ball to Liava'a. Liava'a finds that left boot once again of Corey Craig. What's referee David Miller going to call? Oh, must have been a knock on from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Hand over here, 20 metres out. Comes a slick footwork of New Level. Once again, New Level. You heard the hooter go. And that's half. Great effort from both teams. More acknowledgeably to the home team, the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, score on the board. 8 points to 4, Howick lead. We'll be back right after the break.
Wake up in the morning, body sore from last night's training. Dude, run harder, tackle with intention. Make run the gaps and watch for interceptions. Keep it fair, keep it cool every section. Give your all, pass the ball, put your best in. Enjoy your day, strip your cover, your selection. This that thing that you've been missing. Don't play rugby league. It's all yeah. You are your club. Come on.
Hey, so we're here at Hibiscus Coast today. The Hibiscus Coast Rugby League Club is celebrating their 40th year, which is a really huge achievement. This is a club that is really at the heart of the community, and they've created some really great talent. We know the likes of Ben Teo, Jeremy Smith, and of course Sean Johnson. So congratulations, Hibiscus. This is absolutely fantastic. We have a massive weekend of rugby league this weekend. We've got the Warriors are back playing the Tigers, so it's really going to be great to see them back on the field. We have, from an Auckland Rugby League perspective, we're doing a coaching clinic with Brett Kamali this afternoon as well. So we have got, the generosity of the Tigers Club to bring Brett in to coach some of our coaches, share his tips and tricks and experience. Is absolutely fantastic, and we really look forward to doing more work with our clubs, particularly as they come back to New Zealand and play against the Warriors. We had our college finals this week. The day went off, absolutely went crazy. We had the final with St Paul's and De La Salle, with St Paul's taking out the men's title. And then we had Auckland Girls Grammar playing Macaulay, and Auckland Girls taking out the title there. So it's been a massive week. We've had a huge amount of response to all the games that we've had over the last few weeks. Our reach into our social media space has continued to grow, and it's really great to see that our fans are really leaning into the Auckland Rugby League season.
Hoki mai anō I te iwi ki tēnei whakapāhotanga. Welcome back to the SAS Fox Memorial Round 8, where we're at Stanmore Bay in Whangaparoa. The home team taking on the Howick Hornets. You'd be pleased to hear that it is a close game so far. It's only 8 points to 4. Hibiscus Coast have come out to celebrate such an awesome milestone, a jubilee, a 40th year jubilee for this proud club, going up against the Howick Hornets, who also celebrated their jubilee last year of 60 years. Coach Ruka Rosa wouldn't be so happy with the efforts of his squad. They hadn't really shown the capabilities that they have had throughout the season. A reminder, in this section, the Howick Hornets are sitting second, one behind the Point Chevalier Pirates, who are sitting on 14 points. Those two teams go up against each other next week at Paparoa Park, so it's very important this second half the Howick Hornets start to show some more form, some more shape, which they hadn't been displaying in this first half here. Take nothing away from the Howick Hornets. from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. We're going to look at some of the tries and how they panned out this afternoon. As we see the first try here for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Great short ball there from Waterworth, who looks out the back and goes to the front. This is Ian Mills, who gets in the 6th minute for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Hey, it's awesome to see our Tai Tamariki out here playing football with their pakeke, their mums and dads. Obviously being Matariki, a time to acknowledge those that have passed on and prepare for the future. And here's the future of rugby league in the Hibiscus Coast. Here's the second try out of dummy half. That's Clayton Waikato. I'm not a fan of these tries 2 metres out from dummy half. I think they should be worth 2 points. But hey, it is what it is. 4-pointer there. Good reply from the Howick Hornets. They really needed that, the Howick Hornets. Stanmore Bay Reserve. The weather's out. There's another replay once again of the previous try. Hearing some beautiful commentary from our kids on the sideline here. That's our third try from Anthony Fuimaono. Patrick Tuilimu hasn't had the greatest of games so far. However, showed some great skills there with his legs up in the air, half his body over the line, being able to turn the ball back into Anthony Fuimaono. Just like to acknowledge the tuck shop, the mums and dads, the managers, the linesmen, the officials, the people that are out here putting ropes around the fields early hours of the morning, the ones that don't get credit, that have supported today's celebration. And I'd just like to acknowledge that try there too, from one of our Warriors of tomorrow. 8 points to 4, Howick Hornets lead the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Round 8 of the SAS Fox Memorial. We'll be back very shortly.
Beautiful day down here at Stanmore Bay for their 40th anniversary.
100%, Wade. I was soaking in the glory, soaking in the landscapes on the way in. It's beautiful moana wrapping around this peninsula. Quite a beauty of a spot to live in. Compulsory shots here for television production. Getting dogs and cats and babies and shots. So big shout out to the stream shop and the crew here for profiling our kuri. Let's hope that the Howick Hornets come out with a fight, with a bark, or with a sting in the second half. There's another Rufus coming down here to support the Jubilee. The Warriors homecoming tomorrow. Wade, are you going to be at the game?
No, I won't be. I didn't get a ticket to the game. I'll probably just watch from home. Interesting to note, the alumni from Hibiscus Raiders, none other than Sean Johnson. I wonder he's not down here today supporting his local team.
Yeah, not the greatest news hearing that a couple of our star players have been hit with the bug.
Yeah, well,
Reece Walsh and Adam Fanua-Blake.
I tipped the Tigers anyway, so I hope more of them go out.
Hey, it's awesome to have them home. Over 1,000 years. Oh, 1,000 days, excuse me. 1,000 days since the Warriors have returned to Mount Smart Stadium. Kiwis and Tonga were there last week, and that was an atmosphere.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. You know, I know Chanel Tavita Harris's father very well, and they're a very close family, so he'd be stoked to be able to finally see his boy play on home soil this weekend.
Wicked. I wish the boys well. And also the All Blacks tonight up against the mighty Irish. Here we come. Let's call some footy. Here's the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. If I was the coach of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, Jeremiah Pye, I'll just tell them to continue what they were doing in the first half. This is coaches, commentators curse.
Yeah, unfortunately there, the big man, Timoti Moala Leava'a, just loses control of the ball there. Set a nice platform, just trying to get up a little bit too quick.
Yep.
But what a start from Hibiscus Coast again. Short kick-off, came off, so something Hal really needs to be aware of.
Yeah, good in the first half to keep an eye out from these cunning halves of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders who aren't afraid of pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Strong carry there from Howick Hornets off the scrum. Having a bit of a fisticuff with one of the tacklers. His new level once again. He's been everywhere this afternoon.
Starts the sets really well, this new level. We're going to need a better line D on this guy when he gets the ball.
Jethro friend to Trent Bishop. Two past there to Tahi Bagley. Bagley with the flicky out the right hand. Is that Georgie Edwards on the field now, is it? In jersey number 20? Oh, sorry, Clayton Waikato. Keep an eye out for George Edwards when he comes on the field. He's one to be on guard for. Hibiscus. Here's a short ball once again from Trent Bishop. Knows how to take the ball to the line.
He's changed the game a bit, Trent. He's split the game up. He's finding his fronts, getting quick play of the balls, and his two passes. He's really playing this game well.
He's one of those ball players that attract defenders and can get rid of it or tuck it under. He's got a bag of tricks, Trent Bishop. Comes the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, trying to get out of their half. They'd love a penalty to support them in doing so. To the left side they go. Here's to Kitty Ryan. Choppers ahead to support the game this Jubilee here in Whangaparoa.
Why can't we?
Another one of those spiralling bombs.
Yeah, I think Hulk have identified that at half time, as you could hear them yelling out bomb, bomb, bomb. So they're obviously going to chase hard from marker, put them under pressure.
And also, I suppose, Wade, that the fact that the sun is in the faces of the Howick Hornets, those spiralling bombs from Corey Craig and Reece Brogden are just going to be even harder to take, even harder to grip.
Yeah, if I'm Clayton Waikato, I want George Edwards on the field as soon as possible.
Howick Hornets with the footy now. Trent Bishop once again. Not the greatest pass from TB.
Yeah, commentators curse again. I gave him a rep just before.
Yeah.
And he makes an error with a poor pass out the back. Just lack of accuracy there. Too far in front of Tulavai, and he unfortunately knocks it on.
Well, if I was the Howick Hornets, I'd be hoping that the quality of my football improves in a week's quick turnaround when they come up against the Point Chevalier Pirates, who are on a winning streak of what, 27 or 28 games, you're saying, Wade?
Yeah, they're like 3 years, I think, undefeated. But that's COVID interrupted years. However, that's still a good record.
Sure.
And yeah, from Coach Rukaloza, I want to get those connections correct before we go into that game next week. It's been very clunky from Howick Hornets, and they are missing players, but still you want to be going into that game with form.
How special it is to be able to showcase and profile Tamaki Makoto and the white encatchments of rugby league up here in Whangaparoa on the north shore, all the way down to Papakura in South Auckland, out west to the Glenorrah Bears and out east to the Howick Hornets. So a big rap to ARL and the Stream Shop and the sponsors for profiling this competition. To the short side they go. This is Mavai Tautau.
He's had a good game, this kid.
To the centre field they go. Here's Brogden. Brogden. unluckily loses it. Howick regained possession.
It's unfortunate. It was building nicely for Hibiscus Coast. Just took his eyes off the ball and fumbles it into Howick, and they get out of jail.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal, losing the football in such an early phase of the set. Hoping to build pressure on the Howick line, wasn't the case there. That was the Howick Hornets. Jonah Powell there, Jethro Friend. He's one always to go when there's either markers not square or one marker. Taylor Powder with the footy. Ball to ground. And the ref's calling a knock on both ways. First, I assume, from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me, from the Howick Hornets.
They're trying to play a bit too much footy as Howick. They're not settling into their work, pushing passes. They're going coast to coast rather than punching through the middle like they were at the end of the second half. And pass goes astray here, and referee David Miller calls that a knock on.
We have 3 balls now.
8 points to 4 here at Stanmore Bay Reserve. Still anyone's game, Wade.
It is, and I think it's there for the taking for Hibiscus Coast. They just got to get it together, string their sets together, and get their block plays correct, and they'll be fine, I think.
Well, we haven't seen as much fluidity as we'd hope by the starting teams. Let's see, once the reserves come on, if they will make a difference. Corey Craig here, standing in the tackle with the ability to offload to Moala Liava'a. Hibiscus Coast Raiders. To the short side they go. Here's to Kitty Ryan. Roll back tackle. Timote, Moala Liava'a. Offload to Waterworth. 2 pass there to centre field. Options to go either left or right. They chose to go right. Another poor pass from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders to complete that set.
Nice.
And a piggyback with it head high.
Yeah, it's Kitty Ryan. It just came in to make some solid contact. Unfortunately, got his tackle height wrong. Just slips up here. Gets him around the chops.
Well, the pass wasn't the greatest. The skip pass wasn't the greatest. Put the receiver under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I think they've got to go back to those block shapes they had in the first half. First 10 minutes, if they can get those block shapes right, they will do some damage.
This is Hurricane Roberts. Haven't really felt the hurricane in the first half just yet.
Son of the legendary Fergus Edwards.
Fergus Edwards, boy, true.
Yeah, that's his boy.
Work it. Bagley offloads to Waikato. Waikato off to Tolovai. Here comes the sting. Jethro Friend chooses to go to the short side. Waikato. Short ball to Anthony Fumaono. Too easy. Too easy for the Howick Hornets.
Way too easy. And unfortunately for Hibiscus Coast, they let them out of jail. It looks like George Edwards is about to get his boarding pass. Clayton Waikato usually plays halfback for Howick, who's in the fullback role. He just takes his good mate Anthony Fumaono to the line, and Fumaono that close is too big and too strong in this competition.
Yeah, he reminds me of Matty Utai, old Anthony Fumaono. Solid, built, strong to the ground. Very difficult to stop. So close to the line.
You have to put really good shoulder contact on him to stop him. It's been a bit of time in the Queensland Cup to Fumaono before he came back, so he's got some really good experience behind him, and he runs really, really good lines.
Kaue Pohehe Hoama, if you're a short fella, it doesn't mean that you're slow. He's got super speed as well, Anthony Fumaono. Alright, that's quietened the crowd a bit here at Stanmore Bay.
Yeah, it seems to have taken a bit of sting out of the air too. It was building nicely for Hibiscus Coast, but they've just got their block shapes and timing all out of place.
Kua awa, Kotutiki. Kick successful there for the Howick Hornets, which takes the score to 14 points to 4. How important is it, Wade, for Hibiscus Coast to bounce back and score next?
Yeah, it's very important in the context of this game. I think they've really got to focus on this kick-off and win the first 3 tackles, even though they'll probably go short here. And they do.
Well, at least they've stuck to their game plan, haven't they, Wade?
Now they just need a score.
Awesome outcome for the home team. Let's see what they do with it here. Turn back on the inside. Tackle number 2. Centre field. 30 metres out. The Raiders back on the inside to Mote Moala Leava'a. Hopefully he gets up and plays the ball correctly. As he does. The open side they go. Waterworth. By himself. Looking to turn and feed. Chooses the right decision of going to ground. Left-hand side they go. This is Ian Mills at dummy half. Penalty here. All offside, I'm assuming. Or a head high by the looks of it. I don't know if Jeremiah Pye would go for the 2 here.
I think there's no chance of that happening.
Doesn't really do much if they choose to go for the conversion. Bit of a crusher tackle possibly.
Yeah, he's grabbing his head, so something's happened there. Don't have the right angle to see what's happening.
Mind you, his head was really already strapped before the game. Mavai Tevtau, it's been impressive on the park. Ideally keep him on for as long as he can. It's Timote Moala Leava'a. Showing great strength, the big fella. Timote Moala Leava'a. All the way from the Takanini motorway to Whangaparoa, bringing his team back in the hunt.
Oh, just like his older brother, Sailoni. Really hard to tackle. What a great try. He's brought them back into this game, and that's brought the crowd back into this game too. It's a big crowd here.
Jeez, look at his tree trunks. They're like Cody, those things. It'd be certainly hard to stop.
He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet too. Mr. Muti.
But we got to go minus right, minus left the whole way. Tell them that. Tell Marv.
I think you can hear JD's Wax's game plan. Go left, go right.
Well, at least we know when they get the ball to kick off, they're certainly going to go short. Paid off for them as well.
You see Big Timoti out there. He's huffing and puffing. He looks like he's going for a sub.
Hands on Hope.
Like I said earlier, he's one of the nicest guys you'll meet, is Timoti, but you get him on the field and watch out.
The greatest response from a Howick try is a reply in 4 points. Let's make it 6. Oh, we'll just keep it at 4.
8 for 17.
Spoke too early.
Great form from the touchy.
Once again, it's been a privilege to provide you coverage of the ARL SAS Fox Memorial here at Stanmore Bay Reserve. The home team, Hibiscus Coast, 8 points. Howick Hornets, 14. We're underway again. Oh, I love the run-ups from our props. There's only one where they're going, and that's straight. Ian Mills, he's had some good minutes on the field. Short side dart out of dummy half. It doesn't fool too many. Great tackle there by Anthony Fuimauno. This is Devon Trinell Harris. Someone's down with cramp. Nice double pass there. Even better tackle. The Howick Hornets. Good line there from Isaac Jones. To the left side they go. Here's Ian Mills. I've been very impressed with the size of the tanks of these two prop forwards for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Really helping the go forward for their team. What's the call here?
Out on the full is the call.
Not the ideal outcome to finish off quite a good set, Wade.
Yeah, the forwards will be angry there. They set a really good platform. They got to halfway, and then the kicker puts up that beautiful bomb of his, but he gets the timing wrong and lands outside on the full. And now Howick are really back on the attack. We see Sarah.
take nothing away from the efforts of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Taking it to one of the heavy hitters, juggernauts of the Fox Memorial, alongside the Mount Albert Lions, the Point Chevalier Pirates, the Glenora Bears, the Otahuhu Leopards, all looking to take out the 2022 Fox Memorial. Here's Jethro Friend. To centre field he goes. Nice, quick hands, Waikato. Back off to Fuimaono. Over to Tuilemu. Beautiful try to the number 5 of the Howick Hornets. Slick hands, slick movement of the ball. Coach Ruka Loza will be very happy with that effort.
Yeah, that's a great try off some really good block shapes there. As I thought, they got away with one here. Thought Toe dropped it there in the ruck. They go out the back there, Tahi Bagley, and that guy Clayton Waikato again. Some good shape out the back there, and they score in the corner.
As you said before, Wade, the credentials of Anthony Fuimaono, we'll see on the replay here, he takes the ball, straightens up the play, and even gets smashed. But he's offloaded or drew the man and passed before the try, before the defender to his winger to score a try.
Yeah, I think there's a great connection there between Waikato and Fuimaono. They know each other really well, and Fuimaono, he's not scared. And he takes that right into contact like good halves should do when they run to the line. But he's not a half, he's a centre. And Tuiluma, he'll be loving that, getting tries with ease, untouched in the corner.
Well, previously to the other try of the Howick Hornets, we encouraged the Hibiscus Coast Raiders to be able to bounce back and reply to the try, and that they did. Let's see if that's the case after this kick here.
No doubt they'll go short from kick-off, so let's see what Howick's got in place this time.
Kare Yawa Tikiki, Kwahe Tikiki, kicks unsuccessful.
I just heard Taylor Polder yell out, "What's the short kick?" as he walks back to the in goal. Big Pop's not getting any chances to run off the back fence.
Nice to see some young blood here supporting their bros on the footy field. Got their lemonades and hot chips.
Look like they're ready for a big night.
Put someone taller on the call from the Howick squad to prevent the short kick. Too deep, as Coach Jeremiah Pye would have hoped. 40 metres out, the Howick Hornets. We sort of get that feeling, Wade, that they're going to start piling on the points, the Howick Hornets.
Yeah, I think usually once you can grind teams like Hibiscus Coast down, the back end of the half where fatigue starts to kick in, you can take advantage of it. Although I think the mentality of Hibiscus Coast today might not happen.
Oh, there we go again. It's an awesome result for the home team. 18 points to 8 here, just over 20 minutes to go. Hibiscus Coast Raiders with the footy. This is Samuel Waterworth, who's been the man of the match in my eyes.
I agree with that.
Ian Mills, Taiwatahi, both of them had an outstanding game. Their parents will be very proud. Here's Brogden. Brogden turns it back to one of his forwards. Tikiti Ryan. Here he comes again, Isaac Jones. It's a difficult man to put down. 3 in the tackle. 5 metres out. Centre field. Hibiscus Coast Raiders with the footy now. Brogden puts it on his toe. Waikato there reading the play really well. Scoops it up and gets his boys out of trouble. Great run here from Ruben Tolovai. And a quick play the ball. No need for Georgie Edwards so far, Wade.
Yeah,
Tui Footy.
I thought he would have had a run by now. So hopefully we see George Edwards on the field shortly.
Speaking of the man himself, Tui Footy, here he is. Watch out for him. Jethro Friend chose to go short side, only one marker there. Awesome offload, sits in the hands of Tolovai.
Tulavai, the former Papakura Sea Eagle and Franklin Storm player.
Yeah, well, that's the risk you take when you're trying to play the ball fast, is the lack of control.
Yeah, 100%. Just trying to be too fast in this game. Fortunately, Tulavai's playing out of position today, usually a 13.
Probably because his pants were halfway down his backside as well, that difficulty playing the ball.
Yeah, surely Howard can get him some smaller shorts. They look like 3XLs he's got on at the moment.
I think he's wearing Tony Tuia's shorts.
Oh, there you go. 8XLs.
That's the package, Tony. To the left side they go. Corey Craig. Another little show and go. Strong tackle there from Anthony Fuimaono. Supported there from Ruben Torovai. Where's the go forward from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders? We see some awesome line speed from Brandon Lee. Trying to pick up the Modi of his squad. Jethro Friend also doing so. As the wind and the clouds cover Stanmore Bay, you can really feel the chill in the spine of the supporters and no doubt the players. We've sort of seen quite often, Wade, the up and under. Haven't really seen an alternative this afternoon. Not many grubbers, not many chip kicks. Haven't really been finding the sideline either.
They certainly love that spiral bomb, that's for sure.
Hurricane Roberts there. Nice to see him getting his hands on the ball once again. Good impressive run there from Waikato. Jethro Friend. Strong tackle there from Samuel Waterworth. Once again, Jethro Friend can read markers like a book.
That's clever from Jethro. Knew he was offside, went straight at him, engaged in the tackle, gets the penalty. That's good roll on from the Howick Hornets. Started from Clayton Waikato. Playing a bit fast. They should be playing like this from the start, should Howick.
Oh, well, they're winning it up the middle. That's where they're getting their roll on, and then their backs are just finishing it off in the corners.
They are, and I've noticed Hibiscus Coast has gone away from the middle and they've gone to that far side of where we're sitting, and they're going left and right like we heard Jeremiah Pye told them to do. What we call OBs, open side, blind side, open side, blind side, and they're really struggling over there. I think they need to come back to the middle. Maybe tie the Howick middle too.
Well, you shouldn't really go away from what's working really well, and their props and their second rows have been doing such a good job. Come the Howick Hornets once again. Ruben Tolovai with the footy. Tackled strongly, ball and all. Jethro Friend shows right, goes left, turns it back on the inside to the Howick Hornets.
That's a Sarah in short.
Face ball to Anthony Fumano. He's going to draw and pass and put in his winger with ease. Once again, the Howick Hornets going over on the right-hand edge.
Yeah, there's that right side connection again. It's really been good in the second half. That's one positive for Coach Rukaloza, is his right side. It's been going well. There's a Sarah here, goes very close to scoring. Like I said, usually that's Tony Tuia on the unders there, on the corners plate. Tulavai, Fuimaono, just draws and pass to Tuiluma, scores another easy try in the corner.
I was impressed with the Hibiscus Coast's effort on that little ruck play that Jethro Friends turns his big front rollers back on the inside that are usually very difficult to stop. But also, let's give raps to Anthony Fuimaono and his maturity to be able to drag and draw the defenders and feed his winger to put more points on the board.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to go have a rest now as he's jogging off to the sub box, and just so composed as Fuimaono, just showing all his experience. And I see he's been subbed there by the legend of George Edwards. Look at that haircut.
Oh, well, hey, I think he's grown it since he had his freak break. He broke his leg in the inaugural Māori Tuakana tournament in Rotorua, which was not perfect, but it's good to see him back in the midst of things. Georgie Edwards, hope he goes well for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, I agree. It's good to see him back in the competition. Good to see him back in Fox. taken a while for him. Must be a bit of a confidence thing, but he's back, so hopefully he goes well for the rest of this game.
Once again, it's pleasing to see some supporters out here, and most probably a rugby community. However,
short kick. Gonna get it back.
This is gold. Here's Waterworth again with the footy. Waikato at his feet, turtling him on his back. There's Isaac Jones, and the ref calls for a penalty.
I think the temperature's dropped quite a bit.
Hey, I'm shivering in my boots. Isaac Jones with a settle. Picks on the little man, Jethro Friend, but no one can get past him or through him. Tau with a slight knock on, how supporters insist, however not the case. Boston Josephs gets tackled to the short side, they go. Here's Ian Mills. Playing out in the centres, this big Ian Mills, another penalty coming to the home team.
George Edwards called offside. He doesn't agree with David Miller. No, shoulder charge.
Oh, I love that in the man. He's got that roughness about him, Georgie. Takes no crap. Kavana Tikiti Ryan with the ball now. Captain's trying to turn his team around. Tau. Back to Brodston. Brodston over to Joshua Halle. Halle with the footy now with a little flicky to the right hand side. Here comes the Hibiscus Coast Raiders stepping back on the inside. Number 2, Nukutafiti Davison. Well done to the Hibiscus Coast Raiders from one side of the field way to the other side.
Yeah, they're like that chewing gum on the bottom of your shoe. They don't go away, do they? And they've gone to the short kick-off, got the ball back and scored again. And Coach Rukaloza will be spewing at the moment as they went side to side here. I was just thinking they need to get better shape in their blocks, but they want to go through the hands here. A little skip out here, gets to the outside. Great flick pass there. And there's a great right foot step inside and score the try.
Yes, class effort for the right hand edge of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Joshua Ale grabbing across the field, pulling off a bit of a Peter Hiku flick pass. Off to his centre there, Attain Tikiti Ryan, and then finished off in the corner with the beauty of a try was Nukutafiti Davison, as Trent Bishop is backing into the huddle of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders on the halfway. What a joker.
I'm just looking at him and he's having a great laugh to himself. Him and JD are having some words.
Oh, Mawai Tau. I don't think he's normally the goal kicker. We've had a crack from the sideline. Every man and his dog thinks he can kick it from the sideline.
And Trent's running off the field again.
Well done to the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. And their response to quite a dominant passage or phase in this second half.
They're doing really well with Hibiscus Coast. They're not getting blown out like we thought they would.
Well, hey, let's leave the short kicks to the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, eh?
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I think the Howick Hornets kicked the ground and stubbed their toe before they even kicked the ball.
I could hear Wax having a great laugh at that one.
It's comedy, it's humour out here this afternoon. We'll have another look at it. That's something from the mini mods, isn't it?
It is.
That'll be something to show at his 40th.
Well, Tulavai, he works with Coach Rukaloza as well, so Smoko will be interesting on Monday.
He might be getting docked for that, Wade.
Probably be his shout at the bakery.
Here comes Hibiscus once again. They're still in it if they go in here. Great shot. That's a reply from his poor kick, as Ruben Tulavai. Turned back on the inside. It's Joshua Hale. Slam to ground. Ooh, didn't like the look of his ACL going there. Corey Craig off to Captain America, Captain Hibiscus. There's a replay of the good shot from Ruben Tolovai. Hibiscus Coast Raiders down by 10 to go. Takiri Ryan not realising that it's last. We can hear the call from the grandstands that it's last. Not the greatest result to end the set.
Yeah, I think they're just getting their shapes wrong and the play count wrong. Going too far to their left side where they have more success. Sort of hitting around their 15, 20 metre area has Hibiscus Coast. So I think if they can get the call and go back out to that, find some shape, they're going to really do some damage on the Howick left side.
Wouldn't it make sense just to come back to the right hand edge? That was a beautiful try, what we saw on display just before, and they went and stacked the short side.
Yeah, they tend to love to go down the short side, so that comes back to the hooker making the right decisions.
Here's Tui Fitzi once again showing his strength and the difficulties to stop him. Towed on there by the Howick Hornets. Not the kindest bouts.
I was lucky. Nearly got that, and if he got that, he would have been hard to stop. 8 minutes to go, they're still in this.
It's been very impressive. Has New Level standout of the back three of the Howick Hornets. No disrespect to Clayton Waikato in his efforts this afternoon.
Yeah, Clayton's been really good, especially for someone that usually plays halfback, filling in the number one role.
Let's see the Hibiscus Coast Raiders get back to what worked well for them in the first half. That's their props with a bit of go forward. Oh,
bit of space there.
Bit of a Fiji Sevens early shift. Back to Kitty Ryan. Tackled there on the 40 metre line.
How much time is it?
Rogerton. Trapped. On two prop forwards. That's a better kick from the Hibiscus Coast Raiders.
And it's not a bomb.
And it's a good bounce too. Waikato with the reply. Splits the two defenders. Beats two, beats three. Goes to ground 25 metres out. That'll be a coach pleaser. Bit of a bullet pass there out of dummy half to Georgie Edwards though.
Right, Hibiscus, let's get to a point and have a shot.
Here we go. Here's the try scorer. Timote Moala Liava'a with the football now. Tackled there by Jethro Friend.
Play in the background for Hibiscus down with cramp. Around about the halfway line.
Oh, a 12-man attacking team on 13. Another kick there into the legs of the Howick Hornets. Was it played at? I don't think so. Short side they go once again. Plenty of defenders there. Thrown to the sideline as he should be.
Yeah, Hibiscus Coast really disappointing there in their last couple of sets down there. They keep trying to attack George Edwards. I think if they just get back to their attacking shapes, 30 in from the sideline and a couple of block plays where they look really dangerous, they can really, really easily be back in this game right now.
Play the ball here. The Howick Hornets. They've had their opportunities, mate. The Hibiscus Coast Raiders have had the opportunities.
They have, and they've wasted it down the short side. As Trent Bishop wants to throw it away.
Come off his legs, apparently. We'll go up to the bunker.
Not going to change referee Miller's mind.
That's what he's saying.
How long?
Have a look at the replay here from the pretty embarrassing pass from TB over the top.
I think he missed that and it did come off the legs. And that was grounded. touch call. Looks like the touchy gave referee David Miller that call.
Oh, that was a bit of a life given to the Howick Hornets there.
Bushwhacker gets off the hook.
Tolovai showing his strength. One out plays from the Howick Hornets, just trying to get out of their red zone and out of their half. Probably find the sideline to give the forwards a bit of a breather and kill the clock. However, that's not the case.
7 minutes, it's done. Hurry up.
Taylor Polder, he won't be happy with that call.
Still moaning about whether he touched the footy with his hand or he kicked it. Some bounce, the bounce of the ball sometimes goes your way and sometimes doesn't it?
That's the way it goes, and yeah, Bagley, he lost that one in the tackle. So Hibiscus, they're going to go back to this left side.
I think the opportunities are more so down the right-hand edge. Let's hope they're just doing the bob set, the blind open blind.
Yeah, their halves need to take control here.
Just explain to the viewers, Wade, what's the purpose of the open blind sort of structure?
Yeah, you're just trying to work both sides of the ruck and the fence, and you're trying to make the open side collapse more to the middle, so it gives you that space on the right hand side to attack out the back. We call it the gates, which is in between two shoulders, and we're trying to make those gates go thinner so they go wider out back, and you hit them with a block play up the back, and then hopefully there's a bit more space for you.
Makes sense. Let's hope that the Hibiscus Coast Raiders can whakatinana, I suppose, showcase what we've just explained. Timothy is not looking healthy at all.
Timothy's knee looks to be sore, but you know what's been working for Hibiscus Coast is they've been getting to their 30, which is what we call a point. So for those at home that don't understand what it is, the width of the field, you call it 100 metres. And for instance, if you say 30, you mean you settle the ball 30 metres in from the sideline. And that will give you about a 50 metre wide area to attack, and you get a couple of block plays in there. And you're looking for that space. And if the gates open out wide, then you generally attack the space out the back. If the gates are open in the middle, then you go short like they did in their very first try. So I'd really like to see Hibiscus get back to their attacking shape where they hit on the 30, get to their 30 point, throw in a block play, and if Howick wants to shut the gates out wide, then you go through the middle with the big powerful forwards who have been absolutely outstanding today.
Well, just over 3.5 minutes to go. They're in the right end of the field, the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. They can be really proud, even if they don't get the result this afternoon.
Yeah, they could be very proud for a team that's usually in the 3rd division in the Fielland, playing against one of the heavyweights. They've done really, really good.
And how special to turn out in this way on the 40th Jubilee of the Raiders. Here we are here, 10 metres out on tackle 1. Tiptoe with the footy, choosing to go left. Off to Waterworth, who's been outstanding this afternoon. Backs it in, does Isaac Jones, offloads out to Brodston off to Tikiti Ryan. Back to Brodston, just to centre field. He's showing and going himself. Wonder if they have any shape on this right-hand edge. To the front door they go. Is that a bit of a shepherd? Yes, it is.
Right idea. They're heading in the right space, and you can see the spaces were starting to open up out wide.
I think that sort of showed that, you know, this team is
Still
understanding the game.
Not out.
Yeah, it's just a lack of IQ, rugby league IQ we call it.
Yeah, that's right. Most players get shot by a sniper and just go straight to ground, don't they?
They sure do.
When they know that they've ran around the back of one of their own players.
It's off to the Raiders, though. They've been outstanding today. A lot of these teams, from 3rd division or 2nd division, they've been absolutely towed up in this competition.
Just like that, for example, Wade.
Yeah.
Strong run out of the 20 of the Howick Hornets and being able to strip it one-on-one with dying seconds to go in the game.
Good. Yeah. See if they can get to a point.
Serious injury here, mate. Here comes the strip once again. That's Isaac Jones. Back to live play, here we go. Toto to Waterworth. Shows once again. No one's really pushing up with him in these later stages of the game. Needs someone to hug his hips. Here's Brodgson with the footy.
Hey! Go to Tay! Tay, get up!
Corey Craig on the left boot.
Lock on!
Crying out for a lock on. Here's Waikato. Has he got the wheels to go all the way? Chasing him down. Offloads there to number 14, Jerome Mika. Mika tackled there by Mason Ross. Fresh legs on the field, does some awesome cover tackles. Watch out for this bloke, this is Alan New Level. Forward slowly making their way back to their defensive lines. To the right side they go. Turn back on the inside to Howick. Just meters out. Oh, player welfare will stop the momentum of the game and see the health and check the health of bodies lying everywhere, Wade.
Yeah, well, that's a tribute to the way Hibiscus have played this game. Clayton Waikato made a very good break, and once again, there was 4 or 5 Hibiscus Coast jerseys in the picture, all chasing back, all hustling back. Look at them all coming from everywhere to chase down Jerome Mika there, and they're all back on side, and they're really putting their bodies on the line. Hibiscus Coast have been really impressive today. Unfortunately, just execution has let them down, maybe a bit of IQ today. And once again, someone put a body in front of Tuavai Lupa. And he's a big man, Tuavai Lupa. And I'm willing to say if I put my head in front of him, he's definitely going to knock me out.
For sure. Yeah, like you say, I take my hat off too to the Hibiscus Coast Raiders that have done their team, their club, really proud. Just like to acknowledge some of the former players, Sean Johnson, Odell Manuel, Iafeta Paliasina, Aaron Hedemaya, Kautemata, just to name a few coming out of this club here in Whangaparoa.
Some big names. Kautemata, he was a good player, very underrated.
And on the other hand, for the Howick Hornets, Paulie Atkins, Zeb Luisi, Anthony Gelling, and Isaac John.
Yep, I coached with Zeb Luisi at Howick a few years ago. What an amazing talent. Could have gone a long way, but didn't want to work hard.
He's still playing in Aussie, isn't he?
He's still in the Hunter region, I believe. Is Zeb Luisi. He's now a dad. He could have gone a long way. He was such a talent, was Zeb Luisi.
Oh, well, happy birthday once again to the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Thanks so much to former Kiwi Ken Sterling for helping establish the club. And also Bluey Brian McLennan took the boys to some successes. There's the hooter, Te Tangi o Te Pūtātara. Final score, Howick Hornets beating the Hibiscus Coast Raiders 22 points to 12. We'll be hearing from the captains of both teams very shortly. All boys, in fact, that came out today can hold their heads high. Lots of smiles on. It's good to see New Level had such a great game. Tui Futi. They played in the reserves, who knocked over the reserves of Hibiscus Coast Raiders 106 points to 0. However, that wasn't the case in the Premiership game here this afternoon. Round 8, 22 points to 12. Timote, Moala Liava'a. Thanks once again to everyone that's tuned in on the live stream on ARL. It's a privilege to bring you coverage of the SAS Fox Memorial. We'll be throwing it to a break very shortly and coming back with our captains. Kia mau tonu mai.
From last night's training, dude run harder, tackle with intention, make when the gaps and watch for interceptions. Keep it fair, keep it cool every section. If you're all pass the ball, put your best in. Enjoy your day's rip, you're covering your selection. This that thing that you've been missing. Don't play rugby. It's all yeah. You are your club. Come on.
Well, it's full time of round 8 SAS Fox Memorial here at Stanmore Bay Reserve in Whangaparoa, where the home team went down in a very resilient effort. 12 points to Howick Hornets 22. We're sidelined now with Captain Jethro Friend, who will be deciphering the game. He's here with Wade.
Just here with Captain Jethro Friend. Jethro, tough day at the office?
Yeah, it wasn't the prettiest game. When you come in here all the way here, them playing for their 40th anniversary, they'll come with plenty of energy and enthusiasm, and unfortunately we didn't match there. We made mistakes, and you give a team too many opportunities, they grow within the game, and you have to fight back to get that one.
Yeah, you guys were doing it tough. What was said at half time?
I think it was just errors, keeping it simple, completion, kicking to the corner, and winning our tackles. We felt like coming to this game we could just score straight away, but you can't, speed through the process. You still have to play tough and complete. So that's one thing I think we didn't do, and when they got momentum, it's hard to come back from that.
Big game against Point Chev next week. Work-ons for that?
Yeah, hold the ball and get to a kick, but we know we have to play much better against a team like that hasn't lost. So, recap, think about the game, get better to Tuesday and Thursday, and hopefully be ready for next Saturday.
Congratulations, mate. Good luck next week.
Sure. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, not the happiest of captains there, having to voice the efforts of his soldiers this afternoon. At least he'll be pleased with coming away with the 2 points. They've really got it cut out for them next week as they take on the Point Chevalier Pirates at home in Paparoa Park. We're throwing down now, sideline with the captain and Wade.
Yeah, just here with Hibiscus Coast captain Corey. Corey, you guys are on your 40th anniversary. You put out a good one today. You want to talk us through that?
Yeah, no, it's a big day for the club. All the juniors played here today. We've got a lot of talent coming up, so it's looking good for the future. But yeah, good turnout today, as you can see. Happy as with it. Awesome.
You guys put up a good fight today. Coach Wax, he pulled out a few tricks. Is kicking short something he taught you guys?
Yeah, definitely. There's a few little tips and tricks that Wax has taught us. He's been up there and played those high grades, so we're lucky to have him on our side.
One more game to finish off the season next week. What's your work-ons for next week?
So it's just lately our problem has been errors and penalties throughout the season. That's the thing that's let us down the most. So as long as we can just complete and have discipline, we'll be all right.
I think if you guys play like you did today, you'll be fine next week. Good luck, eh?
Awesome. Thank you. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Words there from captain of the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, Corey Craig, who's really proud of his efforts of the home team here at the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. Just a reminder, the final score, Howick Hornets 22, the home side 12. This has been proud coverage of the SAS Fox Memorial streamed on our ARL platforms. Thanks to those that have tuned in. Stay tuned for more coverage of the SAS Fox Memorial as we are at Birkenhead War Memorial Park as the North Coast Tigers take on the Manukau Rovers. We'll see you then. Mā te wā.